Hey, Colin here again. Today I'm coming to you with some tips on sales, in particular negotiation skills. When I run a negotiation skills class, there is very much the sort of the systematic scientific techniques that we can use, but I want to touch on something a little bit more psychological. Particularly if you're an organization that's got a big brand, that's seen as a big successful organization, negotiation becomes even harder because your customers are assuming you've got a big pot of money and therefore you can give lots of discounts and it'll be okay. And when you're a sales professional in that situation, it can be tough. So here's a little bit of advice for you. It's called switching hats, and what I mean by that is sometimes we talk in the language of we with our customers, particularly when we're presenting or we're pitching or we're talking about the features and benefits and advantage of doing business with us. We talk from a we perspective. We can do this, we can do that, we will help you solve this problem. When it comes to negotiation, if we stay with that we vocabulary, I mentioned at the beginning, that's when we get the challenge and we get beaten up on price. One thing you can do is, as I said, take that hat off that says we and put another hat on that says I, and we kind of switch our language from a we vocabulary to an I. And we also call it creating the pain. And we can sometimes do this physically in front of a customer as a person, but not so much as an organization, because that's unprofessional. But we go into the person mode and we can create the pain using the language of I. You know, I will have to go back, I will do this, I will do my best. It's a personal thing. And what it is actually drawing a line in the sand in terms of price negotiation, because if we don't draw a line in the sand, the customer's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and understandably so, to get the best price that's out there and squeeze you for every little bit that's there. If we don't draw that line, that can be the challenge. So what this does is actually give a personal approach to it, but also makes the customer aware, okay, I see I'm at the limit here, because there's a personal flavor coming through here. I know I'm at the limit here. So what that will do is actually help you get to the yes, but also reduce the damage in terms of your profitability at the same time. One of the other things that I would recommend as well is when you are forced to give a discount, don't give 5% or 10% for the same reasons I touched on before. If you can give 5% that easy, you can probably give 10% that easy. Again, that line in the sand is not drawn. So if you are forced to say, you have to give a 5% discount, don't give it as 5%. Okay, do it in monetary terms, do it in value terms, maybe calculate it at 4.86% or 5.3% or whatever, and come up with a figure, a number, and give that as your discount. Because what that implies is you've actually gone back and you've gone through a thorough calculation, you spoke to people about cost implication and profitability and supply chain and everything else, and this is what you calculated. So you've made that effort rather than just giving it away and then somebody smelling blood and thinking I can get a little bit more out of you. So two things to look at: keep the I hat on when you're talking about negotiation, and make sure you give a discount in monetary terms, not in round percentages. Hope that helps. I'll be back very soon with some more tips for you. In the meantime, take care everybody out there, and catch you soon.